Greetings, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl, Creatrix here, and I'm so happy to have you. And I hope this video is finding you well. So today we have a message that is pulling me into a solemn type of mood, okay? And that is because we're going to be talking about somebody's mama, okay? Your mama, right? You, whoever you are viewing this, and we're going to be talking about your mother. And there could have been a lot of confusion surrounding your mother. You might be sensing some love, hate, bittersweet type of energy coming from this mother figure that raised you, okay? And just to be specific, okay, because there is confusion about this person in your life, I am speaking about the mother or mother figure that raised you. Okay, for some of you, it could have been a mother figure who is not an actual biological mother of yours. Whoever it is that raised you, who's a feminine female figure in your life that you would call mother, okay? It could be your biological mother, it could be a non-biological mother, but I'm speaking about, yes, the woman that raised you, okay? If you were raised by a woman. And if you were not raised by a woman, then this message is not for you. Okay, so first of all, I want to start by saying this message is very heavy, could be very triggering, okay, and it is very deep. All right, we're gonna touch on subjects that might seem really far-fetched or out there, but this is the situation for us, okay? And I feel this message is also for me as well. All right, so this message is kind of bothered me at first, but I think it's really important that we know about the things that are going on in the shadows about this person. And the reason why we need to know is because something big is happening in our lives to where an event or an opportunity is going to open up for us. And our guides, our spirit team, they do not want us to have an inkling of a doubt. They don't want us to think, oh, well, what about my mother? Do I need to take care of her? Do I need to bring her with me? Like, they want to make it painfully clear what it is. And I think by the end of this video, you will not have a shadow of a doubt whether or not this person, this mother figure, needs to continue being in your life, okay? Because this person could still be in your life and there could be a lot of confusion, like you're not understanding the mixed signals, or maybe this person is wearing a mask to where she's showing you one side of her, but on the other side of her, she really despises you or hates you, okay? It's one of those readings. All right, so first things first, this mother figure is not your true mother, okay? Even if you are under the guise or under the illusion that this person is your biological mother, she is not. For some of you, it could literally be that your birth mother died, okay, and this mother figure was meant to raise you, you were given to her to be raised by. And for some of us, it could be that our biological mother was cloned and then unalived, and now we're living with a clone of her, and this clone is easily controlled, okay? This clone of your biological mother is meant to control you. She's meant to kind of look after you, like and relay information, okay? She's meant to basically be your what is it called, not a gatekeeper, but it's like basically not, she definitely groomed you, but basically she's just supposed to look after you so you don't ascend too far, so that you don't really progress on your ascension journey. All right, so yes, they did unalive your biological mother for some of you, and when I say they, I'm talking about there's scientists involved, the government's involved, secret societies are involved, right? Which the government is a bunch of secret societies kind of meshed into one. And so this is what's going on, okay? And I know it might seem really crazy. It could be hard for you to grasp. It could be very triggering for you, because I know for me personally, I'm very close to who I believed is my mother. Okay, she was my best friend. I never had any ill intention for her, always tried to help her. And so this message might be a hard pill to swallow. Okay, and this is confirmation for people who have already been receiving similar messages, but you've been unable to really grasp it. You've been unable to swallow it and accept it because it's so hard for you to accept. And it's kind of like you needed to hear this message straightforward, right? Clear cut, because this is what it is. The person that you believe to be your mother has also been poisoning you since you were a child. She's been putting poisonous foods, poisonous foods. She's been feeding you poisonous foods. I was gonna say she's been putting poison in your food, but I think she's been feeding you poisonous foods. All right, and I'm not talking about foods that affect your health, that are unhealthy, like let's say McDonald's, or I don't know, like inorganic meat or whatever. No, I'm talking about like really poisonous stuff to affect your health. Okay, but it is because you are so strong. Literally, it's a miracle that you are still alive. But you could have been a child that had a lot of health issues. Maybe you thought, you just had the common cold too often, or you had like stomach issues. This was because this person was gradually trying to poison you so that eventually you would unalive. Okay, yeah, so this person has been doing that since you are a child. All right, this person has been reporting back information about you to their higher ups. Okay, this person is part of I just heard a clan, okay? And I'm getting that this person could pretend to be religious, or they could be part of a religious group, okay? This person could pretend to be Christian or Muslim or Jewish, whatever the case is, but this person puts up a front to the rest of the community that they are very religious, okay? But really they're part of a clan of people, or part of a group of people who are meant to basically, she reports information to these people about you so that they know how to spiritually attack you, so that they know what to spiritually attack. Like if you started any new projects, like anything about you, she is reporting to them any new findings, any new things that are happening in your life, any new lovers, any people that you've met, any good thing, especially good things that have happened in your life. She reports them back to these people so that they can attack you. All right, so they can attack your finances, your love relationships, so they can attack your health, your body. Okay, you'll know this is for you because it could have taken you a very long time for you to not feel like an ugly duckling. It could have taken a long time for you to really develop into yourself. Okay, this person was trying to delay your growth. Okay, and you could have looked very different as a child. Like you could have had health issues, you could have felt very bloated, you could have felt like your brain was extremely foggy, you had mind fog, you weren't able to think clearly. Okay, you could have, like, at some points, like maybe you were naive, especially to people's, to people's abuse around you. Like you could have been verbally or psychologically being attacked by the people around you, but it was hard for you to grasp, right? Like maybe you thought people were your friends, but really they would give you backhanded comments, and it would take you a while to figure it out, right? You get what I'm saying? Like maybe you had a delayed response or delayed cognitive processing or something like that. This is because you were being poisoned. Okay, because in your true form, in your natural form, you are a force to be reckoned with. Like you and your avatar, right? You as a soul and the avatar that you embody are extremely, extremely strong. Extremely, like you are in a very heavy duty avatar, right? And this is on purpose because the soul that you carry, the soul itself, like you are the soul, right? Your being, your essence it's very heavy. It's very like in magnitude, right? It's a very high magnitude, very like your soul is just very complex. Okay, I don't even know how to articulate what it is that I'm feeling, but you're a very ancient being, and you have a lot of wisdom that you carry, right? It's like the information that you carry is actually has a weight to it, right? And the avatar that you're in has to be able to match the soul that you're in. So her poisoning you for all this time didn't have the effect that they hoped that it would, right? And there was this fine line between being able to like keep you alive long enough. They didn't want to unalive you quickly. They didn't want it to be a quick unaliving because they were using you for other things, right? They were using you for sorry, that's confirmation. They were using you for energy siphoning and things like that. They just wanted to keep you energetically low vibrating. Okay, they didn't want to necessarily for you to be depleted to where you actually unalive, but they wanted to keep you at a low vibration. And then later on, when they were done with you, then they wanted to unalive you. That's why the poisoning process was gradual, right? So, and this is how the Most High and your spirit guides in the universe kept you alive, right? This is how they kept you in the game, because the mission that you are here to do is very dangerous, and only you could complete that mission. Only you had the wherewithal, the strength, the ability to be in such a, it's like you're in a maximum security prison. That's what I'm picking up. You're in your whole community, like I'm talking about your whole community is in on this stuff, right? There are people in higher positions in your community that are in on keeping you in a certain position, like low, right? I'm just picking up like a dog, like how you would smush a dog. That's what they wanted to do to you, or that's what they've been doing to you, right? So there's so many people involved in this conspiracy basically to keep you in a certain position, and there's nothing you can do about it in terms of going to the police, in terms of, you know, screaming for help, in terms of going to the court. There's nothing that you can do about it except for to turn to the only one that can do anything about it, and that is the Most High. This was all designed so that you wouldn't stray away from anyone but your higher self, from anyone. This is very important. It was very important that you were raised in this environment. It's very important that you took on your mission, because you needed to be going down a straight line, straight to your spirituality, right? There did not need to be any room for you to divert to this path, or this path. You needed to pass through this. And that's why, because your soul, once you come to this earth realm, your soul is so powerful, it is uncontrollable, right? It's unattainable. That's why you come here and you are birthed, you manifest, or you reincarnate into situations that keep you really tied down, because there you have experienced past lives where you've been able to roam free, and you have you've completely destroyed things. It's like a giant puppy like just lands on this earth realm, right? Or like a giant baby lands on this earth realm. That baby that has so much power because it's a giant, but it still has the mindset of a baby, you can do a lot of damage, right? You can do a lot of damage. That's what I'm picking up right now. Okay, so what your guides and you have built for yourself is a situation in which you are kind of like locked into a position to where you go straight from point A to point B, right? The people or the so-called enemies in your life have been strategically placed in your life so that you don't stray into other avenues, right? So this is all strategic. And so another reason why you had to go through such a tumultuous mission is because you are meant to clear this bloodline. The bloodline that you are born into is riddled with dis-ease, riddled with low vibrational energy. Your bloodline comes from a long line of royalty, but they have reached a place on this Earth Realm game where, because there's a purge occurring, right, in order to be renewed again, your bloodline's worst characteristics are manifesting, right? You could be from a family where there's a lot of backbiting, where there's a lot of underhanded activity, where literal family members, literally, I'm talking about your family members, cannot be at peace unless they see other family members struggling. Like, just imagine that, right? There's no love being shown amongst family members, a lot of two-facedness, a lot of backbiting, backstabbing, sabotaging, psychological games, psychological warfares within the same lineage, just attacking each other constantly. That could be the family that you come from, and they have fallen, from grace. Not to be judgmental, right? But the goal is to get back to royalty, right? And then there will be a new cycle. So it's not to judge your bloodline, but it's just to say that, like, you've come here to fix this, right? You've come here to change the trajectory of this bloodline. And it could have been very difficult for the souls thus far who have reincarnated into this bloodline to do this work, right? It could have been like a lot of souls incarnated into the bloodline, and they kind of, I hate to say fail, but there needs to be like a quick fix for this bloodline, right? Basically, you're here to save your bloodline, right? To change the trajectory of your bloodline very quickly, because you're a master at this, right? You're just a master player in this Earth Realm game. So that's why you're meant to be here in this particular bloodline, because they have been hit with, I'm picking up like the worst trauma, right? And so all of this has a purpose, a real purpose. And even though it might be difficult for you to be able to grasp the fact that the people that you love the most, right? Because everybody loves their mama, right? And I'm not talking about just your mom. I'm talking about your whole family, the whole community that you're surrounded by, right, is in on this conspiracy. But right now we're talking about mamas, and I'm getting Tupac, Dear Mama, right now. That's playing in my mind, like, dear mama, don't you know I love you, sweet lady, place no one above you. I'm picking up that your actual mom is coming through, the one that was unalived, and she's telling you that you are going to solve her unaliving. You are the one who's going to bring justice to the mother that was taken from you. You're going to solve her unaliving, and you're going to shed light on what happened to her and what happened to you. Okay, I'm picking up there's going to be cold, hard evidence and truth, undeniable, something undeniable. Okay, your mom is coming through. Of course, she wants you to know that she loves you and to keep pushing forward, and all of this is for a great reason. She actually chose to sacrifice herself for you to be in this position. It was all a concerted effort. So you and her are currently working together right now to bring justice to your family. And she says it's okay. Like, she's okay with it. She's okay. She's at peace with what has happened, and she wants you to be at peace. She could have passed away in 97. Okay, not for everybody, but for some of y'all, she could have passed away in 97. For some of y'all, 1985. She really likes flowers. So if you want to honor her, you can place flowers in your home. Or when you place flowers in your home, she will be around. Like, she'll make herself more present in your environment when you place flowers in your home. Or it can be anything. Like, what she's saying is that whatever you want it to be, right? Like, you guys can have a ritual whenever you're feeling down and lonely, and that you're doing this thing on your own, and that there's nobody that's on your side. When you feel like there's nobody on your side, She's saying any object or thing that you want to use, want to place in your home, that will let her know that you need her presence. Like I said, let's say flowers, for example. If you're having kind of a rough day, you want to place flowers in your home, and she will be there to comfort you, even though she's always around. She's always observing you, always watching you. Okay? She wants you to know you're her little baby. You could be an only child. You could be a twin. You could be a foster, somebody who's been in foster care. Some of you, you could feel orphaned. You could be an orphan. Hate that term, but you know what I mean. Yeah, she wants you to know some of y'all could be very creative, especially like painting. She's saying like she's saying that your gift of being able to paint and be creative, whatever your creativity is, like, but I am specifically getting painting. She wants you to know that's from her. That's from her side of the family, and she was also into painting. She was also into art. The color blue could be significant. That could be your favorite color or her favorite color. She could like sitting on freshly cut grass, or she could like the smell of grass, or she could just like sitting on grass. She could just be really into nature.